Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. AITA for not clearing the air between my teenage daughter and her boyfriend. Apologizing because I'm typing on mobile formatting will be weird. I, 44, have an 18-year-old daughter. I raised her with cheating being the worst thing to do to a person. My daughter is usually well behaved and agreed that infidelity was bad. My daughter has never been the type to be in a relationship until a few months back. She told me that she was in a long-distance relationship with a boy she knew for about 3 years now. I do not have a problem with her boyfriend. I've talked to him here and there. He's nice and respectful, and whenever she talks about him it's always in a good light. In the second month she gave him my phone number in case of emergencies. Her contact for him is love of my life. She is very open about these things to me. The problem arose when one day she received a text from a different messaging platform which was in Discord. She asked me who it was from and to read it to her since she was baking. It was from a weird name that wasn't her boyfriend's name, being affectionate with her. My stomach dropped. I opened the phone and there was an affectionate text back from her side. I put down the phone and excused myself. I felt so angry with myself and in the moment messaged her boyfriend warning him that my own daughter may be cheating on him. Shortly after, my daughter came rushing to me angry and sobbing, saying her boyfriend had broken up with her because of something I had said. I told her what I found and what I did and scolded her that I taught her better. She then took a deep breath and explained the name I saw was her boyfriend's username and that he would text her via Discord if he was playing games on his computer. Here's where I may be an asshole. My daughter begged me to clear the misunderstanding because her boyfriend had blocked her on everything. I refused, telling her that if she wasn't cheating he wouldn't go to such lengths and that this all could be a lie. If this was the case, why didn't she just have him under the same contact as his number? My daughter has been crying in her room claiming that she really did love him, and now I'm wondering if I did the wrong thing by not clearing the air. I just think because this is the first relationship she can reflect on this and better herself later. Am I the asshole? Edit, with the fast replies of telling me I am the asshole I'm attempting to fix. Thank you for your replies and snapping me into reality where I've betrayed my own daughter in the worst way possible. Thank you. I'll leave a proper update later on when time passes if you all are interested later. Again, thank you. Edit 2, I'll be posting an update on my page time by time to hopefully resolve this. Thank you for the comments and supportive suggestions to those who gave it. You're probably the biggest asshole and worst mother to exist, in all honesty. Sorry, not sorry, AITA. You were also an asshole well before you said this is where I may be the asshole. ETA AITA. Exactly. I was like, what? There's more? I literally said WTF out loud right before that part and couldn't believe it wasn't over. Her daughter is going to be talking about this in therapy when she's her mother's age. Clearly has no idea what healthy boundaries are, and I won't be surprised if her daughter goes no contact at some point. Took the words right out of my mouth. Daughter is 18. Should start preparing for life without her daughter because I'd be very surprised if she didn't go North Carolina. AITA. I hope the daughter does a post of her own so we can all tell her to run. Since you have the top comment, you might want to add a judgment so the bot can count it. Done, clapping. AITA, you should keep your nose out of situations that don't call for you. Also, you clear the air because you made an ass out of yourself and your daughter looks terrible now on account of your ignorance. Nobody on Discord has their actual name as their username, by the way. Why couldn't you have asked her who that was? Do you have so little trust in your daughter doing the right thing that your mind automatically went to cheating? Shame on you for breaking up a happy couple. That was her first love, and you just trounced on everything due to paranoia. You'll be lucky if this doesn't permanently affect your relationship with your daughter. Make things right. Lol, coming here after Ops first edit. From reading her story, I'm surprised a mother would name her child throw_away. because as we all know everyone uses their real name online. Lol, I said that in another comment here. The idea that people use their real names for online accounts is insane. That'd be a catastrophic security issue. Everyone would be self-doxing lol. I did that back when I was new to the internet. It scared me when someone called my house. IGN nightmare flashbacks. Oh my god. Yeah, when my parents set up my email account they made it first name last name 43 thank duck. I changed it to an alias I like to use for myself when I'm online, but seriously kinda pissed my parents did that. Granted they did this when I was 12, back in 2012. Holy shit, that's dangerous that your parents did that. My mom made an email account for me and my sister each, back when we were little kids, early mid-90s, and she was absolutely insistent that it not have anything related to our names in it. I'm eternally grateful that my mom taught me some internet security literacy even way back then. To this day I refuse to have an email address with my name in it. Too dangerous. I am so old, that when the internet came out we used our CB handles as our internet names. Making this even more twisted, when we got CBs, for some reason my parents advocated using our favorite alcoholic drink as our CB handle. So my family's original internet names make us sound like we're an AA group or bar owners or just super happy drunk people. FYI, a CB radio is a citizens band radio that used to be used, may still be used by truckers on the road to communicate with each other. Met my hubby on CB radio. Christmas '82. Are the memories. Well dang, I must be old then too, wondering why you are having to explain what a CB is to people, smiley face. Never had a CB, but I used and kept my BB's handle for email and such for a while. AITA for telling my daughter's BF she might be cheating when she wasn't and then doubling down on my duckery. There, fixed your title for you. AITA because I don't understand how usernames work lol. AITA because I falsely accused my daughter of infidelity and think it's a learning experience for her. Like what the duck is that line? What the hell is it she needs to learn? How do you twice say she can better herself and learn from it when she literally did nothing? My thoughts exactly. Saying she can reflect and do better in the next relationship? Do better at what? She didn't do anything in this one. Op has some serious issues she needs to deal with. She immediately made her daughter a monster in her own mind. No asking questions, just turned on her for the possibility of cheating and then couldn't come back to reality. Yeah, which worries me. Like running off and texting him is dramatic, but maybe I could understand until she didn't wanna follow up and says daughter should better herself. But I don't see Op bettering herself. Clearly she needs some therapy to be able to get past the trigger, self-reflect, not demonize everyone, the black and white thinking, her lack of emotional stability / regulation etc. But even using a throwaway account, I had to make a new account so you didn't find my main account. If you don't know me, I'm your daughter's best friend and I know for a fact this is you because your own daughter was completely in shambles. I know both of them for a while and yeah, your daughter was never the type for relationships because of you. You put it in her head that the world was going to cheat her out of happiness. She would never cheat on him. And FYI he is completely destroyed. I'm going to give you a day to fix this yourself so you can repair whatever relationship you have with your own daughter before I clear the air for them. They are the two nicest people I've ever met. Because they were only dating for a few months wrong, they've known each other for a little more than 3 years, this guy's completely in love with your daughter and would do anything to keep her happy, your daughter would do the exact same thing. They've loved each other more than months and you completely demolished it. The fact they're both completely destroyed by one person is so cruel. To fix it. I made an AITA post so this will be the unofficial update before I can do the actual update on the subreddit. I made an AITA post and realized I ducked up, I royally ducked up. My daughter was still completely distraught and her best friend reached out to me. I legitimately cried when I realized I had betrayed my daughter. I sat down with her. She was more disappointed and sad than mad at me, which honestly made it harder to look her in the eyes. I was wrong. I admitted full fault and told her I would clear the air and do anything to get her to forgive me again. She stopped crying shortly after I told her I'd try to fix it. I messaged her boyfriend and asked if he was okay to video call both of us so I can clear things up. He was at work, so the video call will happen later tonight. I told my daughter that I'm going to look for therapy and suggested family therapy if she was up for it. She told me she would if I got individual therapy first. I deeply apologized to her over and over, with both of us crying. I realized that because it has been only us two, I had an unhealthy attachment to my daughter. Her father did cheat on me, but he passed shortly after I figured out I was pregnant. I was distraught and as a single mother put ideas into my daughter that would later on be damaging to her mental health without me knowing. I'm not making excuses, but I did have cheating-related trauma to the people who did assume correctly. My daughter had informed me that she would never cheat and she is not going to cut me off. I offered, since she is 18 now, that I could go sign off on an apartment if she wanted for a while, or if she wanted to go to a relative to get away from me, I would let her. She declined on all the offers and told me all she wanted was me to fix a relationship I had broken. I hope the video call goes well. Update 2. I find it heartbreaking that I've inflicted a delusion in my own daughter's head that no matter what I do I would never hurt her. I did hurt her. She's not angry at me or disappointed at all, she's just happy that I believe her and I'm willing to fix things. This almost brought me to tears. I need her to understand that what I did was to hurt her. I want her to understand that she can't be treated like this, not even by her own mother. Do you have any suggestions? To essentially tell her what I did to her was completely horrible and that I am capable like anyone else of hurting her? I'm devastated that in some way, no matter what I do, she won't ever see it as hurting her. How do I undo this? Or should I leave it alone? Update 3. I set up a video call with her boyfriend on the laptop. Me and my daughter and I were sitting across from each other. Upon answering, I see this poor boy's face with his eyes puffy and swollen as if he's been crying for a while. My stomach turned and I felt like throwing up, when the first words from him were "where is underscore," and I turned the screen to show him my daughter, in which he burst out into tears apologizing to her. I felt like vomiting, not because I was spiteful or anything, but that I clearly put these two through so much unnecessary stress. I explained everything. I showed him the post I made. I told him the username I saw. I told him everything and admitted I was wrong. I didn't want pity. I ducked up. I got through everything and both of them let me get through the whole thing. I didn't try to excuse my actions because there's no excuse great enough to even cover anything I did. Honestly, the fact they sat there without interrupting me shows me both of them are so mature. I'm truly thankful. The boyfriend apologized to my daughter again before talking to me. I sat there without interrupting him. I feel horrible that even though I put them through this, he still remained respectful. He has some points he brought up. He told me that he's thankful I came clean in the end, but told me rightfully so I was so messed up that I didn't come clean sooner, and that doubling down made the whole situation worse. He brought up that the reason I had his phone number in the first place was so I could text him emergencies, like if my daughter got into an accident or if something terrible had happened to her, and that I will use it for that from now on. Anything in their relationship is for them to settle and that I will not interfere any further. He reminded me that he's not going to tell my daughter what sort of relationship she should have with me, and that is for her to figure out. He told me that he forgives me for making this mistake, but if I ever do anything to this extent again, he will never forgive me again. He said that therapy is something I needed and to reflect on this. He told me he wouldn't blindly trust me anymore, so I shouldn't be surprised if he second-guessed me. He then told me something that made me choke up. You raised a daughter teaching her that infidelity was bad. She trusted you with everything, even her phone is unlocked to you. Why do you think so little of her to lie like this? I trusted you because you're her mother. There would be no reason for her own mother to lie something about that. I've seen various comments like this throughout the day, but this one hit especially hard because when he said it, I looked at my daughter and her face looked so betrayed I almost started crying again. I didn't. This wasn't a time to feel sorry for myself. My daughter didn't have a lot of words to say to me, which is fair. It was awkward after a while. The tension felt tight and the air felt dense. Her points: she didn't feel like she could trust me as much anymore. She doesn't hate me in any way, just more disappointed in me. She told me she was changing her passcode. She told me things will be awkward for a while but assured me we'll get through this. She's not going to cut contact with me. She's going to take some time before actually forgiving me fully. She doesn't want money from me as she feels like that is the way I'm trying to compensate my behavior. I agreed because they were all fair points. I sat there for a while until her boyfriend broke the silence and excused himself, ending the call. My daughter soon followed shortly after, telling me that she has to discuss their relationship with him privately. Before leaving the kitchen, she softly let out a thank you, and I hope things get better. I'm now sitting here with a lot of things on my mind and emotions. I feel really grateful that my daughter is so much more mature than me, because she and her boyfriend never once raised their voice at me. They handled everything so calmly and respectfully. I'm thankful for all the comments that gave me advice to fix this. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.